Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for the Chernobyl Diaries, a brand new horror film from the maker of Paranormal Activity, Oren Paley, that's his name. And this is alright, first of all, let me explain this, okay? If you keep hearing from people, or even from the trailer from the maker of Paranormal Activity, he didn't make this film, okay? He only produced it. It's actually directed by a brand new guy. I think his name's like Brandon Parker, and whatever. I wasn't really looking forward to this film until about an hour before I went to go see it, because I love horror movies. I love just to be scared. Those are like my favorite movie experiences. And from what I've heard from people that I do listen to on YouTube or watch YouTube videos, they said it was actually pretty scary. And I usually, listen to them. I watch reviews too. I'm not just like, hey, I'm a reviewer. I don't watch other reviews. No, I watch other reviews. And I heard it was pretty scary, so I was like, alright, I'm excited now. Alright, now, let's talk about it. Alright, so the story for Chernobyl Diaries is very simple. You have four really dumb white college kids who decide, you know what, out of nowhere, we're in Moscow, let's go to Chernobyl. Why? We're white, we're dumb, and horror movies like when dumb white kids come to really stupid places and investigate. Scooby-Doo, worked out for them. So they go to this Russian tour guide who decides, let's go to Chernobyl and I'll show you all places and stuff. And two other people come along, so there's 7 people all together, and they decide to go out there. And of course Chernobyl screws with them, because it's not just an abandoned place where there's radiation everywhere. No, there's things out there like animals and mutant people that are out trying to kill them, and that's the story. It's very stupid. I'd say the story really is dumb because of the dialogue and the characters. First of all, they really just annoyed the hell out of me. All they would do is argue with each other, like blame each other for being here, like, oh, it's your fault, no, it's the Russian tour guide's fault, and like yada yada yada. And the dialogue itself is uninspired. It's obvious stuff like, I wanted to marry her, but now I'm hurt and we're probably not gonna get out of here, so I'm just gonna propose to her right here and stuff. It's very generic stuff like, I'm sorry man, I get you into this all the time, man, it's my fault. It's really generic dialogue, and the characters are really not likable. And the only ones I would say are likable are the Russian tour guide, and the guy from the extra couple that they meet up later on in the film. If you see the film, you know what I'm talking about. And those are the only 2 ones I actually kind of like in the film. Other than that, the story is very, very generic. The characters aren't really likable, and yeah, it's not very good. The acting, on the other hand, is not terrible. Really isn't. Most of the people do a decent job with what they have. What they have is pretty much yell every 5 seconds, oh, where's my brother? Oh my god, we have to get out of here. Ah, oh, we're white. Why did we do this? We're smarter than this. Come on, man. We have college degrees. Why would we go to Chernobyl? There's radiation everywhere, even if there were monsters freaking trying to kill us. Why would you go to Chernobyl? Doesn't make any sense. It's a cool premise. Don't get me wrong, but it's still a stupid idea. But yeah. The acting, for the most part, they do a decent job with what they have. You have some people like Nathan Phillips. You have, to be honest, I don't know many of these people. I looked it up, but I can't remember their names. Nathan Phillips, you got Jesse McCartney, the pre-Justin Bieber, if you remember. Who else you have? Some other people. No one does a terrible job, especially the Russian guy. I really liked him. And like I said before, the other guy. I can't remember his name. Maybe that was Nathan Phillips. I'm not sure. But for the most part, the acting's not terrible. No one did a horrible job. It's just the dialogue wasn't good. Now, let's talk about the main thing about a horror film. The scariness. The scares. Now, the film has a great atmosphere. Chernobyl is a very, very scary place. Even in the beginning, when it's not trying to be scary, it's more like, hey, let's investigate and have fun. It's like, oh, this place is creepy. There's just crap everywhere. There's like dead animals everywhere too, and they're all like irradiated and like steaming and stuff because of the radiation. It's really creepy to look at. And then when it gets to the scary parts, it gets pretty tense. I have to admit, there's that whole part where this girl's trying to hide from this thing that's like eating someone. I don't know, it's like, I guess, a cannibal, obviously. It's like, oh god, when is it gonna find this girl? When is it gonna notice that she's hiding? And it's like, oh my god, come on, don't do this. It's like, oh, she's back. No. Oh, it's about, no. It's like freaking tense. It just keeps like, oh, no. Oh, no. It's like friggin', God. It's pretty tense, I gotta admit. The film gets tense at times, and the place itself is very creepy to look at. It's always dark, it's always just haunting, there's always animals everywhere, so you can't just leave the place itself because there'll be animals that are waiting to kill your ass too. And it's just a pretty creepy movie, I gotta admit. I mean, the characters aren't likable, you don't care what happens to them, the dialogue is not very good, the story itself, cool premise, sure is, but it's still stupid. But it is a creepy little film. I would recommend it only if you want a creepy little film to go and see it with your girlfriend or something, or your boyfriend, whatever, or both. I don't know how you swing. So I would give it a 25 out of a 40. I thought it was an okay ride. The dialogue's not great, but hell, it's pretty creepy. I gotta admit, it gets under your skin a little bit, just a wee bit, just a little bit. So 25 out of a 40. There you go. There's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.